Welcome to the presentation of the new spray tool, the Spray Data Reader. How to convert measurement data into spray input data. My name is David Schellander. I'm working in the field of fluid dynamics at AVL and especially in the field of spray, wall film and spray tools. In this presentation I will show you the aim, why we need this software, how to export data from measurement, how to import this data and convert this data for AVL fire spray simulations, and finally a comparison of important particle size distribution values where measurement and simulation is compared. Commonly from a NOZZLE there is measurement data available, especially particle size distribution behind certain millimeters of the nozzle hole. These measurements are done with Malvern systems and evaluated with SprayTech software. The software comes with the probability to export this measured data to text files. Therefore, you only have to choose the data you want to export and then choose File, Export and select the text file you want. Our aim was to create an application that can read these exported text files and transform this data into spray particle size distribution input data for AVL fire. Therefore, a tool was developed. This can be started same as the analyzer tool for spray planes with Fire WM Analyze Spray Plane. If you use the Windows version, you have to add .exe. After starting the program, then a menu appears and there you can select if you want to use the Spray Analyzer tool or the Spray Data Reader. Now I will select the Spray Data Reader and show you how I can import the software. I will start the tool now. There comes this main menu. I open Start Spray Data Reader. There the graphical user interface opens. I can choose File, Open, and then I have prepared an exported file from SprayTech measurements and I choose all parameters from measurement to be exported, so I get a huge file and everything is loaded. You see I have here the input graphics, the output graphics, and on the left side is the input data, on the right side the data I can export to that file that can be read as AVL fire spray input data for particle size distributions. Here I have the possibility to choose each measurement point, each measurement that is stored in this text file, or I can choose all datasets average. Then the software computes the average over all measurements. Here I can change if the weighting is done number based or volume based, and also if the diagram should be shown normal or cumulative. The same can be done with export data, and for comparison, if everything is working fine, there are the spray particle size distribution parameters, so average diameter, volume weighted diameter, solder mean diameter, and all other parameters that are often used for specification of a particle size distribution. And the same is on the right side for exported data. To export the data, I have to click on Export Data, and then I can store or save the export data or input data for AVL fire.dat, save, and the data is saved. This file can then be read by AVL fire spray particle size distribution. So short, I show you how to use the tool, what I've shown you now before in video. So you have to export the data from the measurement software. There is necessary time, diameter classes, probabilities, and to be sure that all needed is included, you can select all, but then you get a huge file. So maybe it's better only to select really what is needed. So the measurement point, the time, the diameter classes, probabilities. This can then be imported as I've shown you before with the Spray Data Reader app. The transforming data into output that you want to have, so volume weighted or number based weighted, export it to a DAT file and import this at AVL fire spray particle size distribution at a position where you can insert a table. So now I show you the comparison between the measured particle size distribution values, the generated from the export tool, and also the generated then, or the really present values in the fire simulation. So here on the left side is the measured data, on the right side is the generated output data. So you see we are slightly differencing, but only a few percent or below 1%. The same is given if we import the exported data from the Spray Data Reader to the Spray Analyzer tool. Then we get the same values. So both tools are working with the same software in the background. Then this is given as input data to a AVL fire spray simulation where 2 micrometers behind the nozzle hole a spray plane file is written. And in the FLA file output also the mean diameter, volume weighted mean diameter and sorter mean diameter for all spray parcels is given. And also if you compare this to the measurement, you see that you're in a few percent. The more particles are inside the simulation, the better the result will be. So if there is infinite number of parcels in the simulation, we should meet the measurement numbers. The analyze tool for the spray plane gives the same values as the FLA file. So this is working good, and we have seen that all results are very close together. So we have now here a tool for transforming the measurement data from the Melbourne system with the SprayTech software to simulation input for AVL fire simulations. The generated input data gives the values for average diameter, volume weighted diameter and sorter mean diameter in a range that is only a few percent away from the measured data. So this tool is now a great step forward for simpler and faster workflow for setting up simulations and also for the evaluation of the AVL fire simulations to compare it with measurements. So I want to say thank you for following me in this presentation, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate and please contact me.